Alright, well today I thought what we'd do is I want to sort of work on the foreground. We've done the background, the sky, the middle ground. It's not finished by any means, you know. I've only just sort of blocked it in. I want to get a lot more detail into that. But I just thought we'll start in this area across here and just see where we go from there. So I'm just using a 2B and I'm just going to go in and just sort of put down the underdrawing, if you like, for the grass texture. I'll just show you on the reference photo here, and there's a lot of grass. It's like, I think what's happened is that they've come in and they've mowed it all, and because this is so close to the tank and to the shed, they haven't been able to get at that, so that's what's been left behind, because the rest of it is pretty flat. Same as over here. There's a crop over here, that'd be wheat, I'd say. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to try and get all this in anyway. There's a lot of detail to go in here. It doesn't look like it, but it is. So I'm just going to, as I say, I'm just going to block in, because I've used artistic license and moved things around a bit. And I noticed too that because I've moved the old shed over, I've actually moved the diesel tanks apart as well. Now, I knew there was a story about Forest Hill and how it got its name, and well, I put this a link to this channel on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and one of the ladies there, an old historian, she pointed out to me that Forest Hill was actually another place. In other words, there's a town up the road. Well, it's getting bigger. It's sort of like a junction on the Warrego Highway, and that's called Plainland. Well, originally that was called Forest Hill, and you can see why, because that is a big hill there. There's a bit of forest and bush and that around, so that sort of made sense. And apparently it was just a mistake, or a mistake on the map. So what happened was the two places got mixed up. So Plainland, which is now Forest Hill, became Forest Hill. The name Forest Hill, yeah, actually came from a little place called Plainland. Now Plainland is, like I said, it's a junction on the Warrego Highway, and that's really starting to go ahead, that place. They've got all sorts of building going on there, new schools and housing. People are just moving away from the city and they want to get out in the countryside. And of course it's not far from the main city, which is Brisbane. It's only about an hour's travel. That's why it's so important to me anyway, to capture these old places, and as an artist, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, I do feel, not obligated, but I do feel that, you know, I've got to make my contribution to trying to preserve this for the generations to come, you know, as much as I can. And not only that, I really enjoy it. I want to know about the history of things. I want to know, you know, why that's like that, and who did that, and you know, to me it's important. Anyway, once again, I think it's about that time where I stopped talking, switched over to time lapse. So depending on what part of this beautiful world you're in, grab a cup or a glass of your favourite drink, sit back, put your feet up, think about the wonderful weekend ahead, and I'll see you in a few minutes. thanks for watching through to the end. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're new here, well, welcome. And I really appreciate your comments. It really does inspire me to want to do more. And I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. Now this vlog series is all about a book that Anna, my partner, and I wrote 3 years ago now, and it's based around my art, which is all about the buildings, the old abandoned buildings that I used to come across. Every time you go somewhere you see an old building, you think, oh, I wonder who lived there. And some of the beautiful old structures, so we decided to write a book about them. And that's what this vlog series is all about. Not to go back and redraw them, but to revisit them, just to see if they're still standing. Sadly, some of them are gone now. Some have been re-erected in other places. So this is what this vlog series is all about. And I hope you're enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying sharing it with you. Now, as I said in the video, it's really important to me that we keep these old parts of our history fresh in our minds. It's important for the generations to come, otherwise they're going to miss out. We need to know about the past in an historical way, because most of these old buildings and settlements, or at least in our part of the world, were made from timber. Not concrete or stones, but timber. Well, granted, very strong timber, very hard timber, but eventually nature will have its way and they will return to the soil. And of course they were made with the materials that were handy at the time. And each and every building, each and every structure, each and every settlement has a story to tell. And the more I get into this, the more I want to know. The more I want to be able to at least put it on paper, so none of our history will ever be forgotten. Now if you're new to my channel, this is your first time here, I'll leave a link up here to my vlog playlist, Beyond the Fence Revisited. Now I just wanted to leave you with a thought of the day. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Oh, that was pretty good. Anyway, have a great weekend and we'll see you in the next one. Same time, same place.